Obviously what happened last night was unspeakable, and we will now never mention it again. Hello, welcome, it's Chelsea, clearly, and we are only looking forwards. It's the only thing we really can do if we want to remain sane. It's the final day of the season, one game left to play before a busy summer of transfer activity to improve this squad that overall, apart from one specific game, have been really quite good this season. So it's the final day of the season. How have we done in the meantime since last night's unpleasantness? Well, it continued a little bit with a 0-0 with Brighton. Not quite sure how this actually happened. We completely dominated. 9 shots on target. Didn't manage to find the breakthrough though. But since then we have bounced back. A 3-1 win against West Brom. Werner, Pulisic and Mount with the goals. And then the penultimate game of the season was a 1-0 win against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Pretty good performance, pretty good result. But if we look at the old Premier League table, it's a performance and a result that ultimately is really too little too late in terms of how much it's actually going to count for. The good news is we have qualified for the Champions League, which was the basic requirement of keeping our job that the board set us at the start of the season. So we're not going to get sacked. That is good. The also good news is we are going to finish second. We cannot be caught by anyone else. We are definitely going to finish as runners-up, at least, and most likely at most, because we're not going to catch Liverpool. They've got 2 games to play. Their game in hand is finally going to happen. We are 3 points behind them. It's still theoretically possible if they lose both of their matches and there is a swing of 9 goals. It's not going to happen. But then I said that about something else, didn't I? And we all know what happened with that. So I said I was never going to mention it again. I don't think it's going to take a long time to get over. Need some extensive therapy. But anyway, this is the situation now. We're going to play the final game of the season, knowing we don't really have much to play for. If we can beat Leicester, then we will finish on a tally of 87 points, which is really very good. It's been overall a very, very good season, bar a couple of specific moments. We will hopefully, if we can avoid defeat against Leicester, have gone the entire season with the fewest defeats in the entire league. Only 3. It's the draws that's been the issue. 9 compared to Liverpool's 3. Now the title will be decided on the next click if West Ham fail to beat Liverpool, which, let's be honest, they're in 12th. It's not going to happen. Liverpool are about to become Premier League champions. There you go. That was easy. 2-0 win for them. Congratulations, you've retained your title. Now at least we can play this game without any pressure at all. There's nothing to play for. Well, I was going to say that, but actually there is. We have got, I feel very much like Tottenham saying this, but we can still win the Golden Boot. And really, that's all anyone remembers, isn't it? Timo Werner is currently level with Callum Wilson on 19 goals. The way FM calculates this, if I recall correctly, is that even if it's a level number of goals being scored between multiple people, in real life, the award is given jointly. So, for example, a couple of years ago, Aubameyang, Salah and Mane all got the award jointly. As far as the game's concerned, they only gave it to Aubameyang. So, if it is a tie, well, Werner's probably not going to get it. Wilson's probably going to get it. So, if we can get a goal for him today, that'll be really good. I'm sure that will definitely thoroughly impress the board. But the team is going to be, we might as well play a full strength team. There's nothing else. There's no other games this season. We're not in the Club World Cup or anything like that. N'Golo Kante has just recovered. He would have been fit for the Champions League final, except we're not in it. So it's fine. I'm not going to risk him getting a recurrence of his injury today. Which means it will be the team that has played the bulk of the second half of the season. Mendy's going to be in goal. Chilwell, Tomori, Silva and James. Jorginho, Mount, Havertz, Ziyech, Werner, and I've still got Pulisic in there. We might as well play Depay. Pulisic hasn't been in great form recently. We'll put Depay in there. That is going to be how we end things off. Some of these players, there's definitely question marks. We'll talk about that later on. But let's just see if we can beat Leicester. Right, let's see what we can do. Nothing for the first 15 minutes apparently. Leicester now coming forwards, matching us in terms of formation. Under finds Ricardo Pereira. This is looking quite ominous. Leicester in 6th. They've had a good season. A very good season indeed. And we, as have we, in broadly speaking terms. Anyway, Chilwell against his former club is behind the defence. He's got loads of space. He looks up, and can he find a ball? He can. Only finds Pratt, but he gets it back. Another go at this. Feeds Depay. There's space on the edge of the box for Mason Mount, who slips Depay back in, and he scores. But he is definitely offside. That is definitely going to be ruled out, unless I'm blind, which is entirely possible. It's going to get ruled out. I know it's going to get ruled out. Is it? Yes, it is. I'm shocked. Incredibly tight, but still doesn't count. Long ball forward from Schmeichel once again. Chilwell once again cuts it out. Depay gets a bit lucky. He kind of just ran into under there. He wasn't really expecting it. And we can build, hopefully, down the right-hand side. No, Thiago Silva's giving it away. Mario Mandzukic is in. And Mendy makes a bit of a spilled save. And it's still not clear yet. And Ndidi to Tielemans. Leicester looking pretty lively here. It's been knocked down to Jamie Vardy, who has scored. Fantastic. He's not going to trouble the golden boot unless he gets a hat-trick. But he is troubling our defence, and that's troubling me. This was kind of pretty indicative of our sort of late season issues. He looks really very offside there. Really very offside. I know he's quick, but let's watch this on the old offside replay. Justin, I mean, if you say so. Right, we might as well go attacking, because this game does mean basically nothing. We cannot change position at all. There's nothing really to play for. I just want Werner to get a goal. Chilwell in behind. Havertz slips it across to Mason Mount. He's going to take it on. He slips in Ziyech. Can we just have the team instruction? Pass it to Werner. That would be appreciated. Can we do that here? No, but at least we can score. Ziyech slipped in by Reece James. 7th of the season for him. We are back on level terms. Maybe we should have just gone attacking more often. Maybe that's what we'll do next year. I think we've been too conservative at times. Never normally a good thing. And it's cost us. If we had been a little bit more proactive at certain occasions, we wouldn't have drawn quite so many games. Maybe we could have been a little bit closer to Liverpool than we are. Pereira chucks it straight to Jorginho. And we can hopefully fashion another move here. The right hand side, there's lots of space there. If we can go there, we're not. We're going through the middle with Werner. And finally Jorginho thinks, yeah, actually Ziyech is being completely unmarked. He's beaten the challenge of the Leicester defender there. Goes for a shot. Pretty wild effort in the end. Okay, 1-1, not great. As we're in the second half, I'm going to talk about what I think we need to do in the summer. As we've got a corner, Mason Mount swings in, cleared by Ndidi. And then it's gone to Under. Any pressure going to come on him? Not really. Not really. Soyuncu with a ball forwards, which hopefully James can cut out. He does. And maybe we can counter now. Lovely, quick passing. Ziyech dwells on it a little bit, but it's a beautiful ball to Depay, who cuts inside. Can he score? No. It's saved by Schmeichel. Another corner, other side this time. Mason Mount once again. Finds it in. It's been cleared by Mandzukic, I think. Havertz gives it back to him. He has another go at this. It's in the side netting. So yeah, basically 2 positions I think we really need to definitely get people in. Defensive midfield, we've mentioned that before. Jorginho, he's on a 7.1 today, but I think we can clearly improve in that role. The other one is in the centre-back position. Got a lot of centre-backs out on loan. We've got 5 at the club anyway. Some will be moved on, as we need to make a change here. We'll leave Werner out there. But quite simply, I think that one of the biggest issues, even if the blame has gone to Tomori, because he's been the one with the sort of poorest rating, I think actually, because he's been the one that sort of made the final mistake, I do think that the main culprit for our defensive issues has actually been Thiago Silva. He's been sort of, because of his lack of pace as he's getting older, Ziyech with a free kick and Tomori with a good effort on goal, because he's getting a bit slower, it's kind of forcing Tomori to be in the wrong position, if that makes sense. So it's actually Silva's fault, even though Tomori gets the blame for it. Mendy's done something ridiculous there, and Vardy scored. That was great, wasn't it? Really enjoyable. As we talk about the defensive issues, I mean, obviously that was from our free kick, but you see that Silva's too slow, he can't get back, and they've scored. The other player who I'd really like to actually probably upgrade on is Mendy, who has been, throughout this season, he's either been ridiculous or sublime. It's hard to really sort of classify him, because he's had some matches where he has been absolutely sensational. He's been the best player on the pitch, incredible passing, wonderful saves, but there have been quite a lot of games, particularly recently, where he has been absolutely dreadful. And I think it's not my priority. The bulk of the money is going to go on defensive midfielder and centre back, but if if we can get a goalkeeper of world-class quality for free, Donnarumma's available and would probably be interested, then we'll see if we can do that. We'll obviously have to then get rid of Kepa probably, which might be difficult for any sort of reasonable value, but we will see. Abraham flinks the ball in, trying to find Werner. He's not going to win the Golden Boot. It's going to be Callum Wilson, I think. Even though Newcastle have been relegated, we've scored. It's Pulisic, not Werner, and it is offside again. 2 offside goals in one game for us is really great. Really, really great. Right, as the seconds tick down on our season, I really don't want to lose this. I mean, 4 defeats would still be the lowest in the league. That would still be good, but let's get an equaliser. We have got an equaliser. The star of the second half of the season, Kai Havertz, with his 11th, squeezes it in past Schmeichel. I've actually switched to the other system that I've basically never used, which we talked about right at the start of the year. Basically, is just Havertz has been moved forwards into the attacking midfield position, and then the other 2 midfielders have moved up. It's not anything particularly revolutionary at all. Maybe it's something to think about next season. 2-2, I'll take that if that's what's on offer. And that is what we get. 2-2. That really sums up the second half of the season, doesn't it? Sums that up. 2-2. Scoring, yes. Conceding, yes. When you think how good we were defensively in the first half of the year, that's it's become a bit of an issue and is definitely something to address in the summer. So there's the final Premier League table. Liverpool champions once again. Second place. It's a good result, actually. Let's be honest. It is very good. 5 points clear of Manchester City. Both Manchester clubs qualify for the Champions League. Arsenal and Leicester will be in the Europa League. And it would just come up because Leicester won the League Cup. Wolves will be in Euro Cup 2, or the whatever they're actually calling it in real life. Who knows? Tottenham have not qualified for Europe. That is interesting. Obviously, most of their players will have absolutely no interest in joining a close local rival, but you never know. If Harry Kane wants to join, we'll take him. Leeds doing very well, Fulham doing very well and staying up too. Everton survived, but only just. Burnley, Newcastle and Crystal Palace going down. Potentially some shopping at Burnley maybe. I do like signing Nick Pope and James Tarkowski, but we'll see if that actually happens this time. In terms of that spending money, it might change, but at the moment we've got 86.93 million to spend, 175 of spare wage budget. Obviously, I don't think that counts the Marcus Alonso money, I'm not sure. We've got lots of players out on loan who are going to need to sort of probably move on for the most part. Some of them will be used next year, but some of them will just be shown the door. But let's look at the new enhanced end of season review. This is the first season I've completed, so I'm pretty excited to see this. So let's have a look. New arrivals. How do we get on here? Memphis Depay was the star man. 7 goals, 2 assists. He started off like a house on fire. He did become a bit like a burnt down house towards the end. Didn't do all that much after he got his little minor injury. Wasn't the same player, which hopefully he'll be fine next season. The other guys, well, Fisher was fine. He just kind of, as soon as we got Depay, never really played again. And Lukui and Wilshere, well, at least they didn't cost us any money. And there we go, as we've seen. Second place, 99% average home attendance. Timo Werner with 19 goals, very nice. I think it's a campaign of disappointment in the sense that we could have done more. Obviously, the Champions League, that was bad. It really shouldn't have been, but it was. FA Cup, very disappointing. Last-minute defeat to Sheffield United. Similarly, League Cup, last-minute defeat to Manchester United. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse, but could have been considerably better. Biggest win was 5-0 against Fulham in the FA Cup. And then, of course, match to remember. I fully agree with this. Crushing Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield. That was brilliant. If only we hadn't drawn so many games, we could have been Premier League champions. And unsurprisingly, our goal of the season is that absolute thunderbolt from N'Golo Kante against Sheffield United a few episodes ago. Financially, we're doing really well. The Champions League run, obviously, it wasn't quite what we wanted, but it has made us a lot more money in the bank, which you love to see. 160 million sponsorship. Top 5 shirt sellers are those guys. None of them are going anywhere. Maybe Kovacic, but the other 4 absolutely definitely not being sold. Best 11 is pretty much exactly what you'd expect, although because of Kante's injury he doesn't actually make it. Mason Mount comes in and Pulisic keeps his place due to his good early season performances. Now these are the club awards. Have I been given Chelsea Manager of the Season? Is that we've beaten the under-23 and the under-18s manager for that one. I mean, one of the under-23s boss did win the Papa John's trophy, so maybe that should be him instead. Player of the season, Fikayo Tomori, and Young Player of the Season. I have to agree, he was brilliant. He's currently wanted by PSG. They're not getting him. They're absolutely not getting him. He needs a new partner, I think, whether on the left or right, but he has been brilliant. Signing this season is Depay. Goal of the season, of course, obviously Kante, as we've seen. Top goal scorer Werner, well done. Ziyech with 13 assists. He's very nice indeed. Most player of the match and highest average rating. Fikayo Tomori, he has been an absolute superstar. Mendy did get 26 clean sheets, which is really quite good, but I'm not sure how much of that is down to the defenders in front of him or how much of that is down to him. Next season, in terms of club vision, what do the board want us to do? Don't sign players over 30, all that sort of stuff, that's fine. Brilliant stuff. Right, next season, where are we? Okay. Again, they just want Champions League qualification. They don't even want a title challenge, which is, you know, we have done a title challenge this year. They don't want that though. They just want Champions League again. That might get bumped up to title challenge, but I mean, I would hope that we would be able to do that anyway. Semi-finals of the Champions League. They're not really bothered about the cups as much, I don't think. Let's not muck this up. What do we want? Most of them aren't here. They've all gone on holiday already. Next season, I want us to qualify for the Champions League again. They're not thrilled, but they're equally not about to kill me, so that's fine. And there we go. Despite the fact that he got 19 goals as well, Callum Wilson receives the top goal scorer award. Thanks very much, SI. Really, it should be him and Grant and Werner together. We'll take that one. Timo Werner wins top goal scorer of the year. Young player of the season is actually, and we not mentioned today, Reece James, who, I mean, I would personally have probably given it to Tomori, but Reece James has been very good too. Mendy finishes second in Golden Glove. Not as good as Alisson, but still, that's quite good. That's quite good. Chilwell, James and Werner are in Team of the Season. James Milner is in Team of the Season, which is impressive given his age. Most of the squad's going to be going to the Euros, which is great. Please don't get too tired or injured. Pep Guardiola has been sacked by Manchester City. Steve Bruce as well. Less surprising. So that there is where we will end things. I'm going to go off and do some transfers now. We will be back tomorrow to see exactly what we did. If you've got any suggestions for where we need to improve, potential players to look to bring in, please leave a comment down below to that effect. Don't forget to subscribe as well so you don't miss next season. Leave a like on this one too, and thank you very much for watching.